Hello, everybody. I want to congratulate Donald Trump for winning yesterday, winning 288 electoral votes. And I also want to congratulate Hillary Clinton for helping Donald Trump win. And I know she worked really hard on her campaign. And y'all have to realize no matter what the outcome yesterday was, we knew it was coming. We knew Donald Trump was going to win. We knew he was going to beat Hillary Clinton really badly. But we just got to see what he's going to do. It's not a debate what if Donald Trump is qualified or not, because President Obama, before he got elected, before Donald Trump got elected, before he won, he even said that Donald Trump is eligible to be president, and he does get the temperament. And I was never anti-Trump when he was running as a nominee, or before that. I was just against the rhetoric and dangerous rhetoric that he was speaking. And I just want to congratulate him on his journey, and he's going to have to be doing a lot of things. And I hope people held his feet to the fire. If he screws up, y'all need to point it out like y'all did Obama. Y'all need to point it out. Y'all don't need to say, make up excuses for it. Y'all need to point it out like y'all did Bush. Y'all need to point President Trump, out. Because it's not a debate no more. It's a question, what's next? And we just got to see what's next. And whatever happened next, happened next. So the election is over. And January, I think, 20th is when he swore in. And he gets inauguration. And he's the official president. But Obama is still president, but Donald Trump is just president-elect. So president-elect is he still got to go through the process. I'm not talking about getting elected, but a process of sworn him in to the Oval Office. So Obama is pretty much going to show him a agenda and show him what this country needs. And I hope his presidency bring what he was talking about even in the primaries, and even now we need to stand by Donald Trump. No matter if you hate Donald Trump, no matter if you was anti-Donald Trump or never Donald Trump, he's the president of the United States. It doesn't matter. But if you disagree, I disagree with a lot of stuff about Donald Trump, but I'm going to accept the fact that he's the president, and I'm going to respect that he's the president of the United States. And just like Obama said, we need to respect each other, and that's true. We need to respect, and we need to move forward. And then the next 4 years, if y'all feel like he didn't do what he was supposed to do, you need to held him to the fire and call it for what it is, and not be like, oh, well, they lying, and, trying to make up excuses for him. What y'all need to do is make sure you held him to a much higher standard than what y'all held him in the primaries and during the general election. But now, since he's elected president, when he gets sworn into office, And after that, January 20th, y'all really need to watch him and see what he does. When you are looking at the news, watch CNN or watch Fox News or whatever you watch, local news or ABC or whatever you watch, watch the news and see if anything happened within the next 4 years, kind of compare that to what he said. You kind of look at into what he said to his supporters and into what he said to win this race. And if he's not doing everything, just like Whoopi Goldberg said, kick him out. You know what I'm saying? Which I agree with that. And I don't know what's gonna all happen after January 20th, but we gotta accept the fact, that we elected Donald Trump. And we got to accept the fact that Hillary Clinton helped Donald Trump get elected. Because as much as they was talking about her emails, that kind of dig herself a much deeper hole in a much deeper hole. But that's not for debate. Because he won. He's the president of the United States. And so I always remember that. And also Melania Trump is his wife, is the first lady. What if y'all call her a porn star or a model or whatever? She's gonna be the first lady, and y'all gonna have to respect that too. And no matter what y'all hated about Trump. And a lot of y'all probably did voted for Trump anyway because y'all just said that y'all didn't vote for Trump or y'all against him. But a lot of Republicans actually did reconsider voting for Donald Trump, and that's why he won the election. And it wouldn't be because just because a third party helped him win. It's because he got the support that he needed to win. He won Florida in the landslide. He won Oklahoma in the landslide, which we, would not surprise of that. And Oklahoma is my state, the Sooner State. So we just gotta respect that and move on. And if, like I said, if he doesn't do what he's supposed to do within 4 years, then y'all know the mistakes that we made and how we voted and how the voted turned to be. We know what we needed to change. What we need to change in 2020 when the next election comes up. Or in 2024, and because most likely he will be reelected within, 4 years. So, yeah. And I want to, his wife, Melania Trump, congratulate her and congratulate his kids. I want to congratulate especially his sons and his daughters for taking over his company. Because he's not gonna have time to be doing all that. He's gonna have to focus on the country and what a country needs. And so we're gonna hold him to the higher standard, higher than we held him when he was just a nominee or just a candidate. So we already know that he's gonna, build that wall, which I don't agree with because it's a lot of things I don't agree with that, but I'm not gonna get all into that, and I hope y'all don't get all into that neither. But anyways, congratulations, Donald Trump and Melania, and we will see what you do, and don't disappoint your people, because if you disappoint your people, then most likely, no telling what will happen.
Street is the head of the RNC. He joins us live right now. The president-elect referred to you as a superstar last night when he made that speech at 3 o'clock over at the headquarters at the Hilton. Tell us what it was like when you realized he was going to win, because the early exit poll that was released to you and to the networks was that Donald Trump was going to lose.
Yeah, well, first of all, in those exit polls, they always throw campaigns into a tailspin. No matter how many times campaigns and operatives say, these don't matter, don't worry about it, you still go bananas when those things come out. But I think what we did on the campaign was you just say, no, enough. We are not going to let this information get in the way with what we know we did and where we're at.
Well, so what numbers later did you see that said, hey, wait a minute, we got a shot at this?
Well, I would just say that the RNC and the campaign worked hand in glove together, and we were together in a particular room. And as the people know, it was sort of an accumulation of states that kept going our direction. But we stayed on Florida, and we knew that we couldn't get off of Florida. Now, we didn't know that Michigan and Pennsylvania and Wisconsin at the time were going to go the way they did. We had a good feeling about it. Our voter scores,
you needed Florida.
We needed it. So we stayed on it. And once that...
Well, here's why Donald Trump won. Because he had to win Florida. And Hillary Clinton had to win Florida, and that's why Al Gore did not win 2000 election, because he didn't win Florida. If Hillary Clinton would have won Florida, if she would have won Michigan and Pennsylvania, and Wisconsin, it would have been over. If she would have won Florida, it would have been over. For Donald Trump. But I think that Donald Trump knew that he could win Florida. He even said months ago that he could win Florida in the general election. And he did win Florida. And Hillary Clinton lost in Florida. She lost in a lot of states. But the whole purpose that him winning, the whole reason why he did win, because the people that was against Donald Trump before he got nominated, and before, even after he got nominated, and before he got elected, they decided to change their mind and go back to Donald Trump. If they wouldn't have done that, would it turn out the way it did? It could be possible. It could be possible. And if a lot of millennials would have went out there and voted, could a lot of Democratic millennials would have went out there and voted for Hillary Clinton, would Hillary Clinton would have been our next president, our next first president? And I really do think strongly that, even though in other videos I had said that Donald Trump would be our last president, but I also had thought about that I've been studying election cycles, and I might go to school for politics and stuff, and so I don't know for sure, but in 2028 I might end up running as an independent. It all depends, but I don't know if I am or not, but I'm just saying, I'm just giving a possibility. And because I have a, strategy and I have a plan. But for right now, for the 8 years, we're going to be focusing on Donald Trump, and we're going to be really watching Donald Trump and what Donald Trump is going to do, and what he says he's going to do. What if he does it? And of course, he's not going to be able to do it on the first day that he is in the White House. No president has never did something on the first day. He has to get familiar with the White House. Obama got to show him around. He has to, talk to Obama. Obama has to make sure the process is really smoothly, and make sure that Trump his presidency is really successful. And of course, y'all gonna say, "Oh, well, he would do everything that he said he's gonna do since he won." Yes, he did win and he did get elected, but we just gotta watch and see, because you don't know what a president is going to do until after they get elected, until they've been in the office probably for the next 4 years. So you don't really know, or the next 2 years, or 1 year, or whatever. But who knows? But don't be surprised if somehow he ends up doing horribly worse than Bush and worse than Obama. Don't be surprised. That's all I got to tell y'all. But I do know that one thing he will probably do, a couple of things that he will probably do, I do know for sure, and I do agree with him on this. But the other thing I know, he will build a wall, and he will try to make Mexico pay for it, which I don't agree. There's a lot of reasons why I don't agree with that. I don't agree with the wall. But another thing I do agree with is he's going to raise wages, minimum wages, and I do agree with that. That minimum wage should be raised. And another thing I don't like is he's going to probably get rid of Social Security, food stamps, Section 8. And I'm not an advocate for Section 8 or food stamps or anything like that. I'm not saying that everybody should be on food stamps or welfare and stuff like that for all their life. But what if somebody can't work, or they don't make enough money, and how are they going to pay their bills, how they're going to buy food, and how they're going to go to work and put gas in their car? So I'm very social when it comes to, the welfare system. I'm not extremely social, but and I think Donald Trump at one time was very social and liberal when it came to that a long time ago. But now he didn't change his way of thinking. And of course, what you thought 8 years ago, you might not think now, and you might was more liberal 8 years or 10 years ago than what you are now. You might be more conservative. And I'm like 20% conservative on some issues, abortion and guns, because I don't think that they should ban guns, but I do think that they should keep guns away from the mentally ill and people that take antidepressants medication, and people that have any kind of medical behavior or anything like that should not have access to a gun, or should not even be close to a gun, even if it's locked. But somebody with the right mindset, and somebody that that's not gonna just pull that gun out for no reason. Somebody that's responsibly, and that's not going to try to do something stupid and crazy. So you do have that protection from Donald Trump. That's a good thing. That's a good news. You do have that protection from him. Because he's not going to end gun. He's not going to take away your guns. He's not anti-gun. He's pro-gun. So you don't have to worry about that. Your amendment rights being violated. And he might, be for, he seemed like at first he was for freedom of speech, and who knows, he might be one of those presidents that you might even get lucky. But I'm not saying that that it might be true or not. I'm just saying, you might get a big surprise. But just live your life and watch him, and see how he does as president, and if he does a good job, then then he does a good job. If he does a bad job, then that's just what we had to deal with. But we don't know how 4 years might play out, how 8 years might play out. Even after he served 8 years, we don't know anything what's going to happen. We don't know nothing. So, who knows? Yeah. Who knows what's going to happen? But we do know that that he's going to do a couple of things that child care thing, that child care tax credit and stuff, and he's going to lower cut taxes, and he's going to raise wages up and stuff, because he even said it himself that $7.25 is not enough to live on, in which I agree with that. Democrat, Republican, or Independent, or whatever, the race is over. So we dealing with a Republican, a newly Republican, because he hasn't been a Republican forever. He's been a Democrat before, but we dealing with a Republican now. So, let's see what he does, and take it from there.